Hi, my name's Sam and I'm the team leader here at Wisley in the Nursery and Propagation Unit. Today we're going to be sowing sweet peas for a summer display. Okay, so first of all we need to look at compost. So the compost we use here is peat-free. This works really well for most of our seed sowing, even though we're just looking at sweet peas today. We're going to use 9cm plastic pots. But if you don't want to use plastic, that is absolutely fine, and you can use things like toilet rolls or decomposable pots that you can get from your local nursery. So first of all, we're going to fill the container. Very simple. You take some of the compost and you fill up the pot, really nice and high, and you can just level the top of the compost off. If you have a little presser like we have here, which you can make at home if you want to, quite easy, just a piece of wood with a bit of doweling in the end, just helps you create a flat surface on top of your pot. Once you've done that, you can then look at watering your container. When we water, we make sure that we've watered the pot or the container right the way through, so you see the water coming out from the bottom, then you know that it's properly watered. So once that's done, then we can look at sowing the seed. For a 9cm pot, I advise you put 2 or 3 seeds in the pot to make sure that they germinate, and also then you can leave them all in there and you can get a nice bushy plant for your garden. Now, sweet peas, sometimes they can be a little hard to germinate because they have a very thick seed coat. So, a bit of advice, some of the packets say soak the seed to help them take in water. But we find it's either easier to use something like an emery board, so if you've got nail files at home or some fine sandpaper, or you can use a knife to make a little nick in the seed. And all you're going to do is just make a little nick just in the seed coat, just so that you are exposing the central part of the seed, so that then the water can actually get in. So once you've done that, then you want to take your seed and place it into the pot. Press it down to about 1 centimetre in depth. Take your second seed and place it about 1 centimetre apart, again 1 centimetre in depth, and then cover. Once you've done that, an important thing to do is labelling. You must always make sure you label your plants, and we always make sure we put the date on, just to make sure that we know when it was sown. We can then check to see how it's progressing over the weeks. So once you've put your label in, you can then put that in your propagator at home or on your windowsill. Sweet peas germinate really easily. Just for those 2 bits of advice of either using an emery board or just chipping it, it gives you a better chance of better success of getting the plants to germinate. So after 1 to 2 weeks, you should start to see your little seeds germinating. And then after another 2 weeks, you should start to see something like this. It's starting to grow away. And so what you would then need to do is place in a cane up against the sweet pea and just start to tie it in. That just enables you to manage the plant, stops them all tangling together. Once roots start to appear at the bottom of the pot, you can then start to put your seedlings outside. Sweet peas are exceedingly tough. They will survive outside in frosts with absolutely no problem whatsoever, as long as you protect them from wet. So we often pop them in a cold frame just for a month or 2 when we first put them outside. You can sow these from spring through to early summer to get a continuous flowering season.